What's up, guys? It's Ninja. How many do? And I got a video for you today. So, here you go. Now, go down. It says, sheriff's secret group chat exposed facial recognition and surveillance of a journalist. And yeah, you can see my comment. I'll get to that later. Or actually, later. Um, let's get to it now. No. So, in the sake of keeping this short, I will only. Well, that's fine.
Sheriffs
That's
are
fine.
using
It's only 10 minutes of video, but we'll
facial
see.
recognition on a journalist that they are surveilling. Let that sink in.
Time. I got an idea.
Hey,
God.
what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Please take a second and hit the like button and share this video wherever you can so as many people as possible can see it, because this needs to be exposed. I have a group chat, a secret group chat within the Sheriff's Department of Lake County, Illinois. The backstory is this is the sheriff's deputy who forced me to erase my footage under threat of arrest when I was in Illinois filming at the probation office. He told me you have two options: one, be arrested for obstruction of justice; two, erase your footage. At the time, I could not take the arrest.
So, real quick, I do want to edit this because I did not. What the hell? Why wouldn't it go up? Up. So, at 47 seconds is my first comment. So, listen again.
Options: one, be arrested for obstruction of justice; two, erase your footage. At the time, I could not take the arrest, so I erased the footage under duress. I'm going to read you.
Okay. At the time, I could not take the arrest, so he complied. Basically, this is what I said. There's no excuse for dodging jail time. If that was a thing they did, this law would be changed without question. But now they have room to fight. Good job. Fail. I would like to know what was more important than your rights, unless you were dying. What the fuck? No. Unless you were lying. I said STFU. Okay?
You his report that he wrote, but I was also sent these group text messages. I'll show you right here. Let's get right into it. All right, right here. I hope everybody, let me see if I can see the chat. Thank you all for joining me again. So right here, we have 8 people in this group chat here. It says text group channel CID1. That's me sitting outside of the court officers, the sheriff's, the court officers division for the Lake County Sheriff's Department in Illinois. That's me sitting right outside of their office waiting to speak to the deputy chief, Cavelli. And for those of you who don't remember, really quickly, again, I'll leave a link to the live stream that I did where I explained everything about the situation. Unfortunately, I don't have the body camera footage. We'll talk about that in a second. But what I do have here, let's see. Everybody was served. I filed a lawsuit immediately regarding this incident, and I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Everybody was served. Here are the summonses for the federal lawsuit that I've already filed. Now let's get back to this group chat here.
That's
absolutely
what
insane.
All right, by the way, that's what you should do. Now, this I didn't add into the comment, but because it should, like, obviously this is the recourse. This is what you should do. Apologize for the noise. But basically the point is everyone should know this. Everybody. This is what you do, and they make it harder and harder and harder for you to hold them accountable. That's what I was looking for, accountable. So let me go to my chat real quick. Cause I'm trying to remember accountable, because that's what it is. No, not accountable, not animal, able, accountable, accountable, right? Okay. That's what it is. It's accountability. No one has any. That's the problem with the world. I have some, but the problem is I'm not going to take accountability for every mistake you made. And that's why what's called McSlutty is still single, and so am I. So, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you die alone. I'm just going to date somebody younger and someone who hasn't fucked up. You know what I'm saying? She could be 40, she could be 50, but as long as she's not like you in that department or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
8 people in this group chat. I don't know. I didn't request any internal communications. I don't believe. I believe I just requested the communications between the officer who threatened to
It's called Discovery, and if this took part, this is included, and you should be thankful. Why you're complaining or crying about it right now is because you're stupid. And again, you should know this shit if you're going to be in this arena. This is like one of those things where it's like, I don't know, I don't understand, but you should know, and you should.
arrest me if I didn't delete the footage. Deputy Bassi and Cavelli, who ordered him to do so. But you see here, this is them. They took a picture of me. We go to the next right here. Can you guys see this okay?
Slide.
Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can read this entire text conversation right here. Just want to make sure. All right. I'm going to assume everybody can see it. Good. All right. So they sent this map here. There we go. Perfect. They sent this map here after sending, and the first thing they sent was just text group channel CID1 with a picture of me. Then they sent this map here of this. This is like the area that I was in Lake County, right by the courthouse. And then MB, Michael Bassi, who is the deputy who violated my constitutional rights, my First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and 14th Amendment of due process by forcing me to erase footage off my phone. He's talking to Deputy Chief Cavelli now, across from the court security office. I'll text which direction he heads. I will text which direction he heads. Again, then LL, who is Lana Lemons, request for facial recognition sent. Request, I'll say that again, request for facial recognition sent. They're using facial recognition over a man, a journalist, taking pictures and videos in public. Just walked down to the first floor, hallway, north end. Cordial convo with DC, with the Deputy Chief Cavelli. Of course I had a cordial conversation with him. I'm not a confrontational kind of guy. I was cordial when I had the conversation with him. Michael Bassi headed back south over the bridge, excuse me, crossing now, because there's like this, just to give you guys some sort of visual here. There's like headed back south over the bridge, excuse me, crossing now, because there's like this, just to give you guys some sort of visual here. There's like a passageway that you can go over. It's like a sky bridge type of deal. I'm gonna shift CW, who is Colin Warren.
I wonder what I meant. Wow, you suck, dude. That's 2 big no-nos. 425. What do I mean by that?
Gonna show over the bridge station with him. Michael Bassi headed back south over the bridge, excuse me, crossing now, because there's like this, just to give you guys some sort of visual here. There's like a passageway that you can go over. It's like a sky bridge type of deal. I'm gonna shift CW, who is Colin Warren. I'm gonna shift. And then Chris Dewitt said,
I think it was about making a visual aid, basically bringing visual aids. If that's the case, otherwise don't bring it up. If you have to explain it, bring in some kind of, like a display of some sort. Don't expect your audience to have an imagination. Like, that's lesson 1, basically. As a lawyer, you are a lawyer because they are sheep, essentially. You can think, they can't. So bring a paper that shows, hey, this is what's in my head. See it? Good. No amount of my education is going to make you understand better. It's just that I have to know that you can see this, okay? Yeah. And that's kind of, anyways. I hate to take it to that point, but that's basically what it is. The next one is 7, okay.
Sean Paul Reyes is a possible name. And then they send this picture of a New York Post article featuring me from a long time ago. This is sick. This is absolutely sick.
Not really.
And then it goes on to say, about to exit South Lobby, Michael Bassi, exiting now. And then Colin Warren, eyes on. Eyes on. We got eyes on him. He's heading down exit South Lobby, exiting now, eyes on him. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
It doesn't matter.
They must not have anything better to do than to follow around an independent journalist.
Like, that was something I will say, that when I was watching this the first time, Basically, the whole time I was just saying, like, dude, shut up, you ain't Fox News. Like, this is why they say turn the other cheek, basically. Because they fucked up, right? And it's okay for you to hold them accountable, but when it comes time for, it's like, okay, time for your benefits, you know what I'm saying? Up to a point, right? It's okay for you, like, for them to make up for it, but at some point it becomes exploitative. You're exploiting their kindness, kind of like it's like white guilt, or basically, like if you have white guilt, you've been exploited for a very long time. If you hate white people for what they did, that is just exploiting somebody because something happened to someone back in the day, which probably has no tie to you. There are them certain individuals, and again, this is why I want to get to one, right? There are those certain individuals that will, what's it called? Where they fall through the cracks, basically. Like, oh, what I'm saying isn't true, and it applies to you, and your family has a direct connection with this. That's okay. But most people, you have no, there's nothing. There's no reason for you bitching about it. And that's kind of what I'm trying to tell you. And it's exploitative. If you feel you're better than another race, it's because you're stupid and naive and they're exploiting you. And they're using you as fodder for the cannon, and they shoot you at something, which is January 6th or whatever the fuck it was. Basically, it's just your ammunition. You believe in the cause, and you're oh no 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 no. Right? You're one of those people. Good job, well done. You're a fucking suicide bomber. It's just that in America we ain't that far down. Or they are pretty fucking bad over there. We ain't that bad, but we're pretty fucking close. We're like I'm saying like a thin line between bravery and stupidity. But anyways,
Then they put somebody makes this Lana Lamons makes this nice little collage here with this picture of me and the New York Post article picture of me, and then Kevin. Let me make sure I read his name right. Kevin Eckenstaller. Kevin Eckenstaller says direction, and then somebody whoever's the who's ever the
I don't know how old you are, but stop acting like a high school kid. Like they have a weird name, fine, whatever, but you don't go. Her name's Atkins. Is this? Like how old are you? Come on, stop.
whose
It's
group chat
not
this
high
is says we're
school.
all good. That's him. He called into court admin. No further needed. Thank you all. And then this is the rental car that I had. Colin Warren sends a picture of the rental vehicle I was driving. Again, I was in Illinois. This was the Chrysler Pacific I got from National Rent a Car. And then it goes on to say, see, we're running the plate now. Thumbs up emoji. And then this is all redacted by Lana Lamons and this other person here, CW. This is all redacted. They didn't tell me why it was redacted.
I would have swore. Yeah, no. What the fuck? Oh, that's why.
I would love to see what's under this redaction. And then Lana Lamone says, thanks, everyone. And then this was a separate chat.
So that's what it was. I was like, I would have sworn I made mention of this, but that makes sense. The other one, I was like 425. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What the hell? And I was looking. I was like, oh well, maybe this is what I meant because I was really looking. But now I realize, oh, what I meant to say was actually 625, basically. And wow, you suck, dude. That's two big no-nos. So to
Chat right here
clarify,
redacted. And this other person here, CW. This is all redacted. They didn't tell me
I should do 622. But basically, it's all redacted,
why it was redacted. I
and
would
they
love
didn't tell him why.
and this other person here, CW. This is all redacted. They didn't tell me why it was redacted.
That is my point. Basically, if they can hold something from you, like that, no, it's called what's called being clear. and concise and clarity and being open and being again, you are what's it called, susceptible to accountability, basically, right? Glass, not glass ceiling, but transparency rather, basically. And this is not transparency. And for you not to push on it and just kind of whatever it is, what it is, that's bad on you. That's why I said that's a big, big no. Because and again, like there was a video you made and like you sue the government, but you settled out of court, and you were allowed to go to police precincts or whatever. But no one else could. It was just you, and that was the result of you going to. They settled out of court, and you were willing to sell out. So I call you a sellout, by the way, is because you were willing to accept. They're like, oh well, you do this, and you're like, okay, whatever, sure, whatever. It's because you just let it go. Whereas like I called T-Mobile, and they've refunded me like 4 times this month because of some bullshit they're going through, basically. And the ball's on their court. In their court, they're supposed to call me, but they have not called me. I think about it, it's 9:40. They're supposed to call at 9. But anyways, the point is, like they keep on trying to make amends. I'm like, no, what the fuck? This is justice here to hold you accountable. No, I will not accept a new phone. No, you can't sell me a new plan. No, I want what I'm paying you for. You know what I'm saying? And you need that kind of mindset.
I would love to see what's under this redaction. And then Lana Lamone says, thanks, everyone. And then this was a separate chat right here from Michael Bassi, the deputy who forced me to erase my footage under threat of arrest. This guy is sitting across the court security office, just FYI. And then the deputy chief says, perfect. It is insane, Claudette. It is insane. Shout out to all the We the People members, the Patriots, who signed up through the channel membership. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to show you guys.
Like, this is what makes him a woman. Like, it's okay to be thankful, but you're allowing them to rule you. Like, what makes a man is you have emotions, but you control them. You keep them down here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why most relationships end, because you think that is manliness, but in reality it's immaturity, basically. And you may be what's called the strongest, but that's the same thing as being hot. And it may be great now, but in a few years that won't matter anymore. And then what do you have left? And this is why most women die alone, and why most men date young girls is because you're a hoe, and everyone else your age is a hoe. And so, what do you do at that point if you don't want to die alone? You date a younger girl, and that makes sense because you're all fucking hoes. Like what the fuck else? Like it's not my fault you're a slut. I'm not gonna fucking get with you and go through all that bullshit. I don't want someone else's chew toy. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You're fucking used up and all fucking. It's like fucking like I said, a well with a cloth over it. I forgot I forgot the cloth. I said it's like fucking a well with a cloth over it. Basically, you're literally putting your penis in a well hole, and then the only feeling you have is like a cloth. You're like, oh, this is so great, and that's not what it's supposed to feel like. But you're a hoe, so. But yeah. Anyways.
Now, the narrative that was written, again, I don't have the body camera footage because they're saying that they cannot release the body camera footage because apparently the footage was recorded inside of a courthouse, which we weren't inside of the courthouse. That's the whole point. But it was in recorded.
Okay. So all that.
Now, the narrative that was written, again, I don't have the body camera footage because they're saying that they cannot release the body camera footage because apparently.
So I'm actually change that to 09. Actually, do 08.
The narrative that was written, again, I don't have the body camera footage because they're.
No, we'll do 6. We'll do 5 actually.
Saying that they cannot release the. I'm going to show you guys now the narrative that was written. Again, I don't have the body camera footage because they're saying that they cannot release the body camera footage because apparently the footage was recorded inside of a courthouse, which we weren't inside of the courthouse. That's the whole point.
And I said, That is how snakes work. You gave them room for reasonable doubt. You gave them room to wiggle, and guess what they did? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There was actually a video of a girl who got ruined because she got famous. She was cute, and she made the video. There was a song, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it was, and it's like wiggle, 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 or something like that. But she was cute. She had potential to be something, but she got found out on online, and she got ruined. And now she's gonna die alone probably, but we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. Next one's at 8:44. Continue.
But it was recorded inside of a courthouse or an environment of the courthouse, and apparently that they cannot give that to me. Well, we'll see. Maybe we can't get it with a FOIA request, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get it with this federal lawsuit we filed. Everybody's been served. I have spoken to the attorneys on record who are representing these people. They wanted an extension. I graciously said that I wouldn't oppose. So I will keep you updated on that. On that.
Graciously, this is step one, bitch.
Well, let's see here, guys. Let's move on to. I want to show you the narrative that was written.
And you should have said no. I want it now. The reason why they need more time is because they need to line up their it's like when you try to audit a store or audit a police station, why they need a week advance, basically, so they can put their gooses in a line and make sure everyone's shaved and everyone's, all of their best workers and the best people are there to put on the best show they possibly can. So when you go in there and you're like, wow, this is really well run, good job. And the second you leave, the building falls over and everything starts to fuck up again because you realize, oh, they were fronting. It's called being two-faced, basically. I'm showing you my all, but in reality, it's bullshit. This is why I don't date girls with the makeup on, because that's what they're doing. They're showing you something that look what I am. And then the very next morning you wake up, she looks worse than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit. And the reason why that statement works is because most women have to, unfortunately, aim down because you're sluts, basically, and you're hoes. And the reason why it's like you have to date like a failure because you are a failure. Even if you were hot, that only gets you so far for so long. You know what I'm saying? After a while, no one will bite no one comes to show you. It's like being a streamer, and you're like, oh wow, look at this, it's so cool. Well, once this is dead or gone, what do you have? You know what I'm saying? That's why I am real and authentic. I'm like what's the Joe Rogan basically, but he's forever, he's eternal. They try to put him down, they can't. It's like Bernie Sanders, they try to put him down, but they can't, right? The blackout is real. Don't get me wrong, the Bernie blackout did happen. That's the only way they can keep people down. Is they try to they can't remove the grassroots. This is where the murders like a 9/11, Jeffrey Epstein shit happened. It's because it's like I need to shut him up, and the only way I can shut him up is or the banned. You're not allowed in here anymore because we don't like you, or we're afraid of what you're gonna say, so we gotta silence you, and basically it's any way to avoid the truth, and that's what makes them them. But again, that's why that doesn't work on also Joe Rogan, for example, and why so many people are doing so well. It's because they are willing to sell out. Oh, you should buy this product or buy that product because they're sellouts, and they sell out. But again, while they're hot, while they're young, right? Like you get a lot of money, but like an OnlyFans girl, you're getting a lot of money, a lot of attention right now. I hope it's worth it, because when you're like 25, 30 years old and you stop getting the attention that you once had, you're gonna go through hell and no one's gonna want you because you're a hoe. So,
Written by Deputy Michael Bassi.
I swear, he reminds me of a fucking drowning duck. I don't know why. 844.
Let me make sure I have it all right here. All right, let's bring it up. Oop. All right, I know you guys probably can't see this. I'll zoom in a little bit on this one. All right, so Lake County Sheriff's Office field case report. Occurred incident type disorderly conduct. I mean, okay. And then
Not, okay. It's fuck you. Like, literally, you have to. You have to.
it says statute description: indirect criminal contempt, 720 ILCS. And then it says completed here. This is the address where we were at, the Environment Probation Department. That was across the street from the courthouse, not even inside the courthouse. They have the suspect
Make sure to bring that up, loser.
name. They had gotten all my information. Again, was that whole group chat surveillance necessary? I don't think so. I mean, you can pretty much figure out who I am pretty easily.
Stop leading people like a fox, telling them what to think and how to act and shit, basically. He keeps on telling you what to think and what to feel, or how to think and how to feel, and that's what Fox News does. And what January 6th happened. It's because like reverse psychology. It's like, oh well, you want to buy this or you don't want that because caca. Like, don't drink this drink while I'm gone. You leave. They're like, go. Damn, you drank the protein drink that I wanted you to drink anyways. I told you not to. Darn it, they can't control you that way. So they use basically the Pavlov, basically psychology, where uh, basically it's where the what they call dog whistles come from, the term dog whistle, basically. And what it is basically is there's a psychologist named Pavlov, and he ran a study that was they would feed a dog a steak, and every time they would feed the dog a steak, they a bell would ring, ding, and then they would eat the steak, and the dog was drooling. And over time, they would ring a bell, present the steak, and the dog was drool. Well, like on like a number 5 million or whatever, not really, but you get the idea. The point is later, they ring the bell, the dog was a drool, but there was no steak, basically, and that kind of mindset, that's what's going on in the world, essentially. That's that's why they say dog whistles. Basically, in January 6th, they led you to it, and then they throw the first glass and like go for it. They prep you for it. That's what the ah la 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 is coming from. It's because the guy's just and then eventually he's like, "Go get him, Tiger," and he's like, "Ah la la," you know what I'm saying? Like that's where it comes from. That's what it is. And Kamala Harris admitted to it. John Oliver didn't see it. Basically, I think they removed it from the internet because I pointed that out, and maybe they were caught on at the same time.